All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahakwadash. I want to get double honors to our apostles and elders who came millstone, who rule well, and peace, blessing, and salutations to the whole collective Israel. And this is the brother Zakaria from the GMS Des Moines branch, coming again with a quick lesson, a quick prayer that you can implement, within your prayers, to Yahweh Shema Shai. And it's to take evil spirits from my heart and house prayer. To ask the Lord to take evil spirits from our heart, which is your mind, lob. To ask the Lord to take evil spirits from our mind and our house. It could be your literal house, and it could be the house, like the scriptures also refers to as these bodies that we're in. To get evil spirits from our body and our mind and from our house. So Lord will, I'm going to get right into it. And Lord will, this prayer, it's edifying. But like I always say, you could start off by saying Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. You could say it 3 times, or however you like to start off your prayer, like I always say. And, just get right into it. So I say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Babukashah Lakwak, Rai, Wachayim, Mayan, Labia, Wa, Bayatia. Or if you saying it in a setting to where we all together, you could say Babu Kasha, or you could say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Babu Kasha, Lakwak, Rai, Wachayim, Mayan, Lab, Nawa, Wa, Bayat, Nawa. So I said, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, please take away evil spirits from our hearts and our house or our bodies. If we're saying it as in a group, or if you're saying it individually, you will say it how you will see it here. But if you're saying it as a whole, for our, it will be Lab Nawa. So it'd be our heart, or Bayat Nawa, which would be our house. So it says, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Babu Kasha, Babu Kasha, Babu Kasha, Lakwak, Wai, Wachayim, Mayan, Labia, Wa, Bayatia. So please, please, please take away evil spirits from my heart and my house, or your body. And I got it. I got the Paleo and the Assyrian here, and I got two scriptures here that I'm going to read. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. It says, nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his, and let everyone that nameth the name of Mashiach depart from iniquity. And the man museth upon many things, like the scripture talk about. So we got to keep that in mind too, that the strongest battle is within the mind. Is within oneself. And a lot of things come through the mind, a lot of evil thoughts, a lot of things that, we got to reject, we got to rebuke. We got to say, Salaki Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or rebuke that thought. And applying wisdom, in those aspects. Having wisdom meet us in every thought. Or when these thoughts come across our mind, combating it. Not entertaining it, because that's iniquity. A foolish thought is sin. Let me see. Hold on. This Proverbs chapter 24 and 9, it said, the thought of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is an abomination to man. So it said the thought of foolishness is sin. So we got to make sure that those foolish thoughts, that we're not entertaining those things. When they come, we rejecting it. It says, verse 20, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. It said, if a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepare unto every good work. And we want to be meet for the master's use. So we got to make sure that we are not allowing, those evil thoughts to fester within ourselves, within our mind. And it could be I'm gonna continue to read. Verse 22 say, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. So we gotta flee those things, and it could be in self-control, having that balance, laziness, access, being in the flesh a lot. All those can lead to evil spirits, and we don't want that. So Lord will, this is a good prayer that you can implement within your life, so that you can combat those evil spirits, combat those those traits of laziness or slack, which is the same thing, slackness, or having that discipline, within those areas to where you're indulging in the flesh and not in the spirit. You can combat those things the way you can, have a different habit in those areas to where you're in the spirit more than in the flesh. Speaking to myself first and foremost. In this prayer and me implementing these things allow me to be better in those aspects. Thawadi Yahweh Shema Shai. Forgive me the spirit to do so and to push this out, to the Lord's sheep. This is James chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, submit yourselves therefore to the Most High, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. We got to submit to Yahweh Shema Shai. We got to submit to his word. We got to occupy until the Lord come, being about our Father's business. And this was going to help the devil to flee from us. This was going to help those evil spirits and those evil thoughts to flee from us if we submit ourselves to Yahweh Shema Shai, being in his word. It says, draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. We got to draw nigh unto him. We got to come to him. We got to come to Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. So this is how we become clean. This is how we become clean. It's through Yahweh Shema Shai. It's through this word. How can a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to that word, roughly paraphrasing, that scripture. But to flee from that evil, those evil thoughts and those evil spirits, and not to entertain them. But I'll read this prayer again and I'll end it. It's Yahweh Shema Shai, or Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Babu Gashai, Babu Gashai, Babu Gashai, Laquak, Rai, Rachayim, Mayan, Labia, Wa, Bayathia. Or Yahweh Shema Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Babu Gashai, Babu Gashai, Babu Gashai, Laquak, Rai, Wachayim, Mayan, Lab Nawa, Wa, Bayath Nawa, Babu Gashai, Babu Gashai, Babu Gashai, Yahweh Shema Shai. Please, please, please take away evil spirits from my heart or our hearts, in my house or our body, the body that we're in. So Lord, with this lesson is edifying. This prayer is edifying. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wachakodash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and peace, blessing, and salutations to the whole elect of Israel. Shalom, Kwam Yashala.